you can't hide. Talking all that trash, it's got your tongue tied. We king in the window, we'll start till we're finished. You better be ready to throw down. Calling us nameless, I'm missing the papers, and we find our way cause we know how. You get it twisted, we doing our business, they're chanting our names and it's so loud. Better believe it, we can't be defeated, no way. We are the heroes, we're talking legend. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens. Heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens. Can't stop us when we go in. Kings and queens are folding. There's something in our touch. Feel the rush, yeah, we're golden. Sending out a message, leave them in the wreckage. Unbreakable, powerful forces not to mess with. We keep it a window, we'll get till we're finished. You better be ready to throw down. Calling us famous, I'm losing the papers, and we find our way cause we know how. You get it twisted, we doing our business, they're chanting our names and it's so loud. Better believe it, we can't be defeated, no way. We are the heroes, we're talking legend. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens. Heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens. We are the heroes, we're talking legend. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens. Heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down until our hands are to the heavens.
Shallow breath, a desire for the deep. Wasn't made for this. All the secrets that I keep, like a bomb inside of me. I've been waiting to be free. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. I'm suffocating as you try to cage me in, but you don't know me, all the shades of who I am. Try to catch me if you can. I just slip right through your hands. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. All the secrets that I keep, like a bomb inside of me. I've been waiting to be free. All the shades of who I am. Try to catch me if you can. I just slip right through your hands. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me. You're going down with me. You're going down with me. If you pull me down, you're going down with me.
Welcome. I'm Alisha Quinn, and today we are talking about reconnecting. Because as I went through my journey in 2023, I had gotten a message about disconnecting from my life, the people in my life, that there would be losses. I automatically really thought of my family who all got that jab that it was so dangerous, you know? And so I really went through a process of disconnecting from my life. And truly, my whole time with Ronald was really part of that process that I really put all my attachments and stuff really on him. So then, we went through where I had to let him go, but I had really detached from my life and things. And as I left Washington State and made my journey across the country and ending up in the North South Carolina area where I had my little mental breakdown, losing my mind. And I know I had to go through that to gain a new mind. But at the same time, I had to put my kids in state custody. And that truly was the darkest time of my life. But, at the same time, truly that they were the reason that, they gave me the strength to truly, get myself together and work on myself at the same time. And so I went through that journey of working on myself and truly evaluating my life and my reality and what was really important in things. And so as I went, and another part of that as well was accepting where I was at and being shown that I was right where I was meant to be, that there was a reason for everything, and that I was right where I was meant to be. That vision I had when I was 23 years old, and then 23 years later, I go through it, leaving the Pacific Northwest. That truly was a saving grace for me. But just saying the synchronicities that I was at the Life House writing my life storybook and these type of things, that I went through this process of really accepting that for some reason I was right where I was meant to be. And as I, had gone through and my children were in state custody, they were separated themselves from the get-go. They were not placed in joint care together, right? And so they were separated as well. That I really went through this process that, that there is some reason that we all had to be separated from one another, whatever that was, that, I didn't have the clarity at the time, but that for a reason that we were meant to be separated. And then my son ended up in a mental facility for a few weeks there. And that, he had some very, he had a lot of behavior issues from all the things that we had gone through, including with his very controlling, dictating father who he watched. He ended up with a lot of trauma from that. And, even the death of their dad, they both had that, trauma and a lot of things that had been gone through there. My daughter had been placed in one foster home, and then she was placed in another foster home, but she ended up having some issues there as well, where she ended up being placed in a group home. And after my son got out of the mental hospital, he was placed in one or two foster homes. I know one for sure that, um, he just had these behavior issues. And so he wasn't there very long. And then I got this call that he had been permanently placed into a facility. And this facility was 3 hours away from where I'm at. And my daughter was around 2 hours away in a different direction of where I was at. So, this was very challenging and difficult, right? And but it was just this process, that I went through that, hey, you know what? There's a reason. I don't know what it is, but we're right where we're meant to be for a reason. We chose our journeys. We chose this life and this path. And for some reason, we are right where we're meant to be. And just coming to accepting my life and the journey and stuff. And then I came to the Monday before Thanksgiving, where I received a call from my son. In this facility, I went all of November without seeing him. I was getting 2 1-hour visits a month with my children. And so I got a call from him, and I just told him that I knew he had been through a lot, but that this was the time for him to work on himself and be his highest self. And later that day, I also got a call from my daughter, who I ended up putting her in her place about leaving Washington, because I tried to go back to Washington State twice, and I was stopped and blocked from going to Washington State. And so I was very positive that we were not meant to be in Washington State. And so it was kind of like, put it into that for whatever reason, we were all right where we were meant to be. And that very night, on that Monday before Thanksgiving, I made peace with my life, my journey, my experiences, and the things that I had gone through, that I went through them for a reason. And I also made peace with my children's lives and their journeys, and with where they were at, that they were where they were at for a reason, that they had something to learn and something to grow from where they were at. I had actually truly seen how there were learning lessons that my daughter needed that I just wasn't willing to do. And I had seen that she did have some learning lessons that she had to learn. And so as we headed into December and stuff, and the caseworker was like, I'm trying to get you some visits with your son. And they ended up setting up transportation for me to be driven on a couple of Sundays of the month of December, one being on December 15th, the first one, and the second one being on, I think it was December 27th or something. It was the Sunday after Christmas. So I had these two visits set up where I was being driven 3 hours away to see him at this facility, and I was driven back. And so as I, looked forward to seeing my son after not seeing him for about 6 weeks. It was 6 weeks, a good 6 weeks. I hadn't seen him since, the second visit of October. So I was really looking forward to this visit with him. And I prepared for that visit with him by writing him a very deeply thought letter to him. And so I wrote that letter up, and so I got picked up on December 15th to be driven 3 hours away to see my son. And I usually drive most of the time. I've always been a very good driver and drove, been the driver for, primarily really. So being driven, it was kind of a different experience for me where I could, read or, do some of my computer work and brought that along. So it came about that we, arrived at this place. The woman who drove me was very nice and understanding and, truly gave me some insights to really see about things. And so I get there and things, and it's just, it was definitely institutionalized a bit, and everything was on this property. It's just kind of like this huge property. The school was there, and they had houses and therapies and stuff that they would get here at this place, right? And so I, went in there and was able to see like where my son was sleeping and stuff, and he was sleeping in a room with a couple of other children, boys, it's just all boys. And we got a little space to have our visit, which we were supposed to be supervised, but the lady, she just kind of let us have a little bit of space with this door open in a like TV room kind of thing, and was kind of in the office next to the room. So, him and I kind of got this space to have our visits, and I was being monitored or whatever through all my visits anyways, but it was usually like a glass window. So they weren't like right there with me. They were just observing our visits really. So I had brought us lunch and stuff to have, and I ended up reading my very heartfelt letter to my son, really encouraging him to be his highest self and that he was where he was meant to be, really, and that it was a time to, work on ourselves and to heal and learn and grow and these type of things, really. And so it was a very good visit. And then I got driven back, but really, I did truly feel like it was just kind of starting this reconnection with him for sure. And my children in general in the month of December for sure, where we were, starting to reconnect a little bit. I had been changing for sure and looking at life in a different view, in a different perspective, looking at reality and what was truly important and these things. So it was very interesting, going through that. And I really just was gaining this piece of where we were at and what we were going through. And and really, I felt being able to see where my son was staying and things, and the people that, the therapist and stuff that was talking with him and working through some of the stuff really, just gave me some of this comfort that, they were going through what they were meant to go through on their journeys, and that sometimes other people's journeys just have nothing to do with you. And that's what I truly had come to learn and was learning at that time, this last year. And by any means, the journeys that my children and I have taken were not easy, but I do come to understand the bigger picture of things and the knowledge and wisdom that I gained while being alone and the growth. And so I know that we went through what we were meant to go through, and that this is a lifetime to heal from karma, really, the stuff that we hold on to bring into our next lives, that it is the lifetime to let go and heal and work on being our highest selves. So I'm going to go ahead and read this letter that I wrote my son, and then we will ask some questions and have a conclusion. I know we have gone through a lot these last few years. I know you have gone through a lot. I really wish we didn't go through everything we have, and I'm sorry for everything. I have been working very hard on me, and things will be different when we get back together. I believe right now we are right where God wants us, and we are a part of a bigger picture. We need to appreciate each other and work on treating one another with kindness and respect. I want you to be back with me, but we can't be letting you abuse us. That means yelling at us or even putting your hands on us, like hitting us. I know deep down you don't want to hurt anyone. You're just hurting, and I know you don't want to die. This world has been in darkness, but this world is changing and the light is coming upon this world, and we are here to see the changes within ourselves. Humanity has been on a cycle where people are not working on themselves to do better and be better. The truth is, we make our lives good or bad by what we think and focus on. It's time to think better of ourselves and focusing on ourselves to be better. We all have good and bad inside us, and too many people have been letting their bad selves win. Your dad had good and bad. The way he died was not a good way. He was unable to overcome some of the bad things he went through, and he made himself unhappy because of those things. And he made the people closest to him unhappy also. My uncle had a tough childhood and spent all his life addicted to alcohol, and he died to it. He avoided dealing with his traumas and just covered it up with his addiction. My dad, pretty much the same thing. He was born under addiction and died to addiction, not overcoming those problems. You have come here to overcome the trauma that has happened. This time for us being apart is to help us work on ourselves, to find the good in our lives, because when we find the good and keep doing it, life will get better. It's up to you to deal with the traumas you've been through by self-reflecting and changing to be better and do better. No one can make your life better but you. Your life is what you think about. If you think it's bad, it will be bad. If you think it's good, it will be good. Ask questions like, am I being a good person? Would I want someone to treat me this way? Would I want to think this way about me? I want a peaceful life, one that we solve problems and not attack one another. Peace begins inside us. Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." I want us to work on getting along and being respectful of each other's boundaries. I want to enjoy life. I know you have a lot to overcome, and I want us to build a healthy, respectful relationship to do that. I believe we can have that if we both do it. I believe you are here to overcome big things, and I'm going to help support you in any way I can, even by having faith and believing in you, because there are people I know that don't have that faith and belief in you. They think you're going to fail and not make it through. They also didn't believe in me and said I would be in the mental hospital for months, but I wasn't. I even got off medication, and I have been doing my inner work to help me grow and be a better person. Again, I know you have been through a lot. We're in a spiritual battle, and I came to win, and I'm winning. You're my son, and I believe you came here to win the battle also. Prove it to the ones who don't think you'll make it, but more importantly, prove it to yourself. I know you're strong. Work on making peace, with yourself and peace with your life. God has us where he wants us for a reason, and someday it will all make sense. Be your best self. I want that sweet, kind boy that I know is in there. You have the power within you. It's amazing at how God will work in your life when you work on yourself and being a better person. Again, you have the power within you to change your life and change the world. You have it in you to get out of this place. I would love to see you do that, and I believe that you will do that. I believe you will overcome the traumas you have been through and change the world. It is all within you, and you came here to do so. I will love you and support you through it. The battle is inside you. So say things like, my life is getting better. I'm getting better. Today is an awesome day. You can shut down the negative thoughts by just repeating one positive thing like, I'm happy. You have the power to change those thoughts. I love you very much. I make peace with your life, my life, your sister's life, and the world. I believe everything is getting better and it is working out for us. Your mother in this life. And truly, that's what it comes down to, is that I am just in this role in this lifetime as his mother. And when you truly come to look at what is important and winning in life and being a champion in life, working on being that highest, best self. I got to overcome those low energies, though, that keep us in bondage, really. So we're going to go ahead and ask some questions and answers. So what is the Robert De Niro parenting role? It is, as long as they're not hurting themselves, doing anything destructive or anything like that, you have to support them. What is panda parenting? A gentle and hands-off approach that encourages children to lead, make their own age-appropriate decisions, and learn from mistakes while the parent acts as a supportive guide. What is tiger parenting? A strict authoritarian parenting style focusing on pushing children to achieve excellence, especially academically, through high expectations, rigorous discipline, and little tolerance for failure. What is dolphin parenting style? A balanced approach that's firm yet flexible, blending structure with freedom, similar to a dolphin navigating the ocean. I thought those were very interesting to look at when, you look at the fact that we've chosen our journeys and our paths for a reason, and that really sometimes those journeys have nothing to do with us. So it was kind of interesting looking at those different parenting styles And what kind of parent do I want to be? Do I want to be that dictator and telling them what to do over their life, or give them their God-given freedom to make some of those choices and decisions? And that sometimes our children need to just learn their lessons that you can't teach them. So my conclusion for reconnecting really is to give my children the freedom to go on their own journey and learn their own lessons, and guide them and help them, teach them and help them, and to really come to learn and grow from them. That sometimes you're not the one in a soul contract with them to teach them to stop complaining. Sometimes the boss man has to do it, but just giving them the tools that they need to have to be successful in their journeys, and stop dictating over their lives. Stop being victimized by what they're doing in their lives and their journeys, because it's all a learning lesson. There's always a purpose for it. And help them to learn and grow from those things. Providing a safety with discussing what they are going through and the choices and decisions that they are making, helping them to set goals and boundaries to create respectful environment and a responsible environment. I spent years trying to be the best Christian that I could be, going to church every Sunday, teaching classes, and it was all a bunch of BS. Instead of working on being my highest self, the best person that I could be, overcoming guilt and fear and a victimized mentality. So, giving my children that wisdom to have peace within themselves and their life and their journey, to help them to learn those lessons and to grow to be their highest self. Help them to know that everything programs them, and that whatever they're involved in that doesn't serve their highest purpose, they're going to be the ones to have to get out of it. They came here to overcome things. They have their own learning lessons that are not mine. I have my own that I had to work on and overcome. And so giving them that support, not being victimized by the decisions that they do. Oh, why'd you embarrass me? That embarrassment is mine to hold. Has nothing to do with them. And if I'm embarrassed, I need to deal with it. And that's what I've truly come to learn. So, giving that space and shutting down my negative projections of them. Because I have been shown and come to see how powerful our thoughts and words and the things we're talking about and our emotions play an effect on the people in our lives. And that's called spiritual warfare. Is those negative things that we talk about and think about of others. When you think your kids are no good, and that they're always messing up and making mistakes. Or are you surprised? So I choose to take the higher road and think of my children in a higher perspective. They came here for this life to overcome those things. And while we have been separated, I gained the tools to help them to be successful. And I am 100% guided, and I know what I'm doing. And life is easy and life is fun. So we're playing the game. And like one person says, you dreamed yourself in it, dream yourself out. It's just a dream. So we're dreaming ourselves out of it and getting ourselves back to that higher path for sure. And, you know, do we get stuck a little bit sometimes on a lower timeline? Sure. But for me, I have broken all those lower timelines and I am on my highest timeline. And so I know that I'm right where I'm meant to be and experiencing and going through what I am meant to be going through, and that my children each have their own journeys and their own things to learn and grow from, and just connecting with them instead of being attached to their life and their journey and that they have to do things my way. You know, when it comes down to it, like maybe it's not the decision I would make for my life and my journey, but that they have their own life and their own journeys and their own things to experience. And I give them the freedom to do that. And good or bad, their life is for them to do with what they want. And of course, I want them to be that highest self and make the best decisions. But sometimes they have to go through something to learn the hard way. And just giving them the support and the faith in them, and stop having the negative projections on them. Everything is a mirror. And so what you put out, you get back. I learned that lesson. So I put the best on my children, that they are successful and that they are easygoing and go with the flow, and that they are the most respectful people that I know. Truly. So go ahead and take what resonates. Remember, we are in an energy game, and you can live out your worst fears, and you might have to, so you can let them go. But you can choose to get on your highest timeline and learn the lessons and learn to have that happiness and love for your life and your journey and your experiences. Get back in reality and heal from the things that you went through. Truly, you know, when you're victimized by life, everyone's your enemy. They truly are. They'll victimize you eventually, and you'll probably victimize them. Villains and victims, you know, some of them want to use you and some of them want to abuse you. So, you know, energy is powerful. It's within us, and we have the freedom and the God-given right to raise it up. And once you do, those people won't come around you. Promise. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the inner growth and the inner wisdom. I'm grateful for anyone who is listening, learning and growing and healing from me and expanding their consciousness, truly. And if anyone wants help with healing, trauma healing, taking back your power, taking power back over your own life and your own reality to live in peace, to live in happiness, love your life and love yourself. I open that door for you to do that. So go ahead and please like, share, and subscribe. My links and email will be in the bio. And enjoy your day and enjoy your life. Enjoy your journey because it's yours. And you have all the power within you to choose to be on your highest timeline, to experience the life that you want, because you are a divine being just having a human experience. So enjoy your life and live it up and live your best life. Love you.
No chains at our feet, like a fire we're burning free, blazing a trail, no roads. We're gonna follow that golden soul. Something is pulling us out to the edge. They tell us not to, but we take a step. We break the rules, we break the rules. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Nobody's fool, nobody's fool. Yeah, we're playing like we can't lose. Gonna be the outlaws, no stopping us, no stopping us, no stopping us. We break the rules, we break the rules. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Tear down, leave a mark. We're done hiding in the dark, like a riot inside. We lit the fuse, it's a matter of time. Something is pulling us out to the edge. They tell us not to, they always forget. We break the rules, we break the rules. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Nobody's fool, nobody's fool. Yeah, we're playing like we can't lose. Gonna be the outlaws, no stopping us, no stopping us, no stopping us. We break the rules, we break the rules. Yeah, we do just what we want to. We take control. We steal the show. We take control. Yeah, we do just what we want to. Yeah, we do just what we want to.